Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Distinguished Mrs. Nikmatuni Ayah, Lecturer of Research Methodology and Fellow students. First of all, let us give thanks to Almighty God for His grace and blessings, which have enabled us to gather here today in good health to attend this proposal seminar. My name is Lulu Susilawati, student identification number 341-23-514 from the Studi Program 3D Accounting Polytechnic Negeri Semarang. On this occasion, I would like to present my research proposal entitled Analysis of Accountability and Transparency in the Management of School Operational Assistance or BOS funds at School A. This proposal seminar is conducted as part of the academic requirements and aims to obtain constructive feedback, suggestions, and guidance from the respective examiners and supervisors in order to improve and refine my research before it is carried. I sincerely hope that this presentation may contribute positively to the development of my research. Any comment, suggestions, and correction from the panel will be highly appreciated. Allow me to outline the structure of my presentation. First, I will present the background and research problem. Second, I will discuss the literature review. And third, I will explain the research methodology. In the next slides, I will present about table of the contents. Number first is background. Second is formulation of the problems. Three, research purpose. Four, benefit of research. Five, systematics of writing final assessment reports. Six, literature review. Seven, relationship among variables. Eight, previous studies. 9. Conceptual framework. 10. Hypothesis. 11. Research location and period. 12. Types of data. 13. Data collection techniques. And 14. Data analysis method. In the next slide, I will present about background. Education is a process of interaction between teachers and students aimed at developing learners' potential knowledge, skill, and maturity. In line with the mandate of the 1945 Constitution, Indonesia's national education system seeks to educate the nation and empower citizens to respond to societal changes by providing equitable access to quality education. To support this goal, the government introduced the School Operational Assistance or BOS program in 25 to reduce education costs and support school operations in the implementation of 9-year compulsory education. As BOS funds are sourced from the state budget, their management must adhere to regulations and the principles of accountability, transparency, and school-based management. However, in practice, some schools have not fully implemented these principles as reflected in inadequate reporting, weak documentation, and inconsistencies between budget plan and actual expenditures. Therefore, this research is necessary to examine the implementation of accountability and transparency in post-fund management and identify the factors influencing it. In the next slides, I will present about formulation of the problem. There are three parts for formulation of the problems. Number first is problem formulation. First is what is the level of accountability in the management of school operational assistance or POC funds. Problem formulation. Second, what is the level of transparency in the management of school operational assistance or POC funds. Problem formulation 3. What factors influence the accountability and transparency in the management of school operational assistance or POS funds? In the next slide, I will present about research purpose. There are three There I have three parts of research purpose. Number first is to analyze the level of accountability in the management of school operational assistance or BOS funds. Second, to analyze the level of transparency in the management of school operational assistance or BOS funds. And three, to identify the factors that influence the level of accountability and transparency in the management of school operational assistance or BOS funds. In the next slide, I will present about benefit of research. There are three parts of benefit of research. Number one is theoretical benefits. This study contributes to the existing literature and enriches academic discourses related to accountability and transparency in the management of educational finance, particularly school operational assistance or BOS funds. Number two, practical benefits. This research provides input and recommendation for schools, government authorities, and other relevant stakeholders to improve the quality BOS funds management in a more accountable and transparent manner. Number three is policy benefits. The findings of this study serve as a reference for consideration in the formulation of policies or the improvement of guidelines for the management of BLS funds by both central and local government. In the next slide, I will present about systematics of writing final assessment report. Chapter 1 is Introduction. This chapter presents the background of the study, problem formulation, research objective, research significance, and the structure of the study. Chapter 2 Literature Review. These chapters discuss theories relevant to accountability, transparency, and the management of school operational assistance or PLS funds, as well as previous related studies. Chapter 3 Research Methodology. This chapter explains the research location, research design, population and sample data collection techniques, and data analysis methods. Chapter 4 Results and Discussion. This chapter presents the research findings and their analysis related to accountability and transparency in the management of school operational assistance or POS funds. Chapter 5 is Conclusion. This chapter contains the conclusion and recommendation based on the research findings. In the next slides, I will present about literature review. There are three of literature review. Number one is accountability, number two is transparency, and number three is BLS funds. Accountability, Mahmoodi 2010-7 defines accountability as the obligation to be responsible for what has been done or not done by an individual. According to Marty Asmo 29-5, accountability refers to responsibility to the public for every activity that is carried. Accountability as an ethical concept closely related to public administration and governance is sometimes used synonymously with related concepts such as responsibility, answerability, blameworthiness, and liability. These terms are associated with expectations that explain various aspects of public administration and emphasize the obligation of public officials and institutions to justify their actions to stakeholders. Transparency, La Law 2313 defines transparency as a principle that guarantees access or freedom for every individual to obtain information regarding the administration of government, including information on policies, decision-making process, and achieved outcomes. Mustafa Dijaja 23 states the transparency refers to the openness of the government in formulating policies so that they can be known by the public. Meanwhile, Christianton 26 argues that transparency has a positive impact on governance as it enhances the accountability of policymakers and enables effective public oversight of those who hold decision-making authority. BOS funds. BOS funds refer to financial assistance provided by the government to support school operating costs and learning activities in educational institutions, both public and private, throughout Indonesia. The purpose of BOS funds is to support educational institutions in eliminating education-related costs for students from economically disadvantaged backgrounds and reduce the financial burden on other students, thereby ensuring access to quality educational service. In the next slide, I will present about relationship among variables. Accountability and transparency are two interrelated principles in the management of school operational assistance or BOS funds. Accountability emphasizes the obligation of fund managers to account for the used financial resource, while transparency focuses on the openness of information to the public. Proper implementation of transparency encourages higher levels of accountability, as financial management processes can be monitored by various stakeholders. In the management of BOS funds, the optimal application of transparency is expected to minimize potential irregularities and enhance public trust in schools. Conversely, strong accountability reinforces transparency through the provision of clear, reliable, and accountable reports and information. In the next slide, I will present about previous studies. A study conducted by Huliawati 2021 indicated that the implementation of the principle of accountability and transparency in the management of school operational assistance or BOS fund has a positive effect on the effectiveness of fund utilization in schools. Research by Camila 2021 concludes that information disclosure on orderly financial reporting enhance public trust in the management of BOS funds. A study by Delimonte 2021 finds that internal supervision and community participation play an important role in improving accountability in BOS fund management. In the next slide, I will present about conceptual framework. The conceptual framework of this study is developed based on the notion that effective PLS fund management must adhere to the principle of accountability and transparency. Accountability is reflected through proper planning, implementation, and reporting in accordance with established regulation, while transparency is demonstrated through the disclosure of information to the public. Accountable and transparent management of PLS funds is expected to enhance the effectiveness of fund utilization and support improvement in the quality of education in school. This conceptual framework serves as the basis for analyzing the condition of BOS fund management in the schools under study. In the next slide, I will present about hypothesis. There are three parts of hypothesis. Number first is post-fund management has been implemented in an accountable manner. Number second, post-PLS fund management has been implemented in an transparent manner. And number three, accountability and transparency have a positive effect on the quality of PLS fund management. In the next slide, I will present about research location and research period. Research location. This research was conducted at school as the object of the study. The selection of the research location was based on the consideration that the school is one of the recipients of School Operational Assistance or BOS funds and regularly carries out the management and reporting of BOS funds. Research periods. This research was conducted from August and December in accordance with the schedule for data collection and the research permit process. In the next slide, I will present about types of data. There are two types of data. Number one is quantitative data. Quantitative data refer to data in numerical form that can be measured statistically according to Sugiono 29. Quantitative data are data obtained in the form of numbers on qualitative that are quantified. In this study, quantitative data are used to provide an objective overview of the management of school operational assistance or BLS funds. The quantitative data in this study include, among others, the amount of BLS funds received by the schools, the allocation of BLS funds, and the realization of BLS funds expenditures and as stated in financial reports and the school activity and budget plan. These data are used to assess the conformity between the planning and realization of BOS fund utilization. Number two is qualitative data. Qualitative data are data in the form of words, description, or explanation that are not expressed in numerical form. According to Mulung 2018, qualitative data are descriptive data in the form of written or spoken word from people and observed behaviors. Qualitative data are used to gain an in-depth understanding of the studied phenomena. In this study, qualitative data are obtained from interviews and observations related to the BOS funds management process, the implementation of accountability and transparency principles, and the constraints included in the implementation. These data serve to strengthen and explain the findings derive from the qualitative data. In the data, in the next slides, I will present about data search. Number one is primary data. Primary data are data obtained directly from the main sources of the research. According to Sugiono 29, primary data are data sources that directly provide data to data collectors. In this study, primary data are obtained through interviews and observation involving parties directly in in engaged in the management of BLS funds, namely the school principal, the BLS treasurer, and the management team. Secondary data are data obtained indirectly by the researchers through intermediaries or documents. According to Arikanto 2013, secondary data are data obtained from documents, archives, reports, and other written sources. In this study, secondary data consists of the RKAS, BLS, fund utilization reports, transaction evidence, as well as regulation and technical guidelines related to BLS funds management. In the next slides, I will present about data collection techniques. In There are three parts of data collection techniques. Number one is interviews. Interviews are a data collection technique conducted through direct question and answer interaction between the resources and respondents. According to Sugiono 2019, interviews are used when researchers seek to obtain more in-depth information from respondents. In this study, interviews are conducted with the school principal and the BLS treasurer to obtain information regarding the planning, implementation, and accountability of BLS fund utilization. Number second is observation. Observation is a data collection technique carried through direct observation of the research object. According to Hadi 2015, observation is a systematic process of observing and recording the phenomena under study. In this research, observation focuses on the BLS funds management process, particularly related to financial recording and reporting. And number three is documentation. Documentation is a data collection technique conducted by collecting and examining documents related to the research. According to Arikunto 2013, the documentation method is used to obtain data concerning variables in the form of records, reports, and archives. Documentation in this study includes BLS financial reports, the IRCAS, and expenditures receipt. And in the next slide, I will present about data analysis method. There are three parts for data analysis method. Number one is data reduction, which involves selecting, focusing, and simplifying data obtained from interviews, observation, and documentation in accordance with the research focus. Number second is data presentation, which involves organizing data into systematic narrative description to facilitate understanding and analysis. Number three is conclusion drawing, which involves interpreting the data to derive conclusions regarding to the level of accountability and transparency in the management of BLS funds at the school. So, thank you for attention Mirsis Nikmatun Ayah and friends. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.